You're tuned into the first newscast devoted to the Highland Lakes area. Local team coverage on Tribune Headline News, bringing you the stories you care about now. Hi everyone, I'm Connie Swinney. This is the Picayune TV and you're watching us on Northland Channel 15. In your headlines today, lawmen nabbed 3 suspects in an armed robbery investigation. Also, the drought weighs heavy on the area. We have the latest on communities and restrictions, as well as how one high school football program is trying to keep up the field of dreams as the well runs dry. Those stories, plus weather and sports, later. But first, a former Bertram police chief could face up to 20 years in prison if convicted on a charge he tried to fix a ticket. A Burnet County grand jury indicted 56-year-old David Lee Cottle on charges of tampering with a government record and tampering with physical evidence. The first charge is a third-degree felony. The second is a second-degree, punishable by up to 20 years in prison if convicted. According to court documents, Cottle allegedly tried to get his son out of a traffic ticket. He's accused of presenting an altered insurance card to the Bertram Municipal Court on June 20th. Investigators say Cottle's son received the citation in April. Controversy has surrounded the former chief before his resignation in May 2010. He was the target of a lawsuit alleging he acted inappropriately when he shot a dog while on duty. The suit was settled through mediation. Also during his tenure, about 50 residents submitted a petition to city leaders asking for Cottle's resignation. In Kingsland, 3 men face aggravated robbery charges after allegedly using a gun to threaten a resident and steal money from him. Here's what we know about the case. Llano County investigators reported the 3 suspects committed the crime in the area of 1431 and Willowwood. 19-year-old Michael Goff, 20-year-old Franklin Ray Greenwood, and 29-year-old Jim Ed Keeney are charged in the crime. The men were arrested at a residence in the 100 block of Cliff Street. They also faced organized crime charges. The robbery charge carries a penalty of up to 99 years in prison with a conviction.
I'll tell you just how high temps will rise coming up in weather.
We are established. We are qualified. We are certified. We are knowledgeable. We are dependable. We are Ken's Heating and Air. Our people make the difference.
Hello, we're back. The temperatures heat up once again this week. Jared Fields is here to tell you more.
Hello everyone. Connie, this forecast is like just about all the others I've given this summer. It's going to be hot with highs over 100 and dry. What more can I say? Well, I can say a little bit more here in your Highland Lakes forecast. Wednesday, it's going to be sunny and hot, like I said earlier, with a high near 101, winds out of the south between 5 and 15. And then into Wednesday night, mostly clear with a low around 76, south winds between 5 and 10 miles an hour. Thursday, sunny again with a high near 102, south winds between 5 and 10 miles an hour. Thursday night, mostly clear with a low around 77. And then Friday, sunny with a high near 102, south winds between 5 and 10 miles an hour. And an early look at the weekend shows the weather to be about the same again. Who'd have thought? We'll have a more detailed look at that in tomorrow's forecast. Have a great day, everyone. For Northland 15 and the Picayune TV, I'm Jared Fields.
Thanks for keeping us posted, Jared. Now here's Jennifer Fierro with a hint at the sportscast to come.
It's the middle of August, and that means a lot of football. We checked in with the Mustangs and the Flames. We're going to give you all those details coming up in sports.
Coach Larry Berkman takes a hands-on approach to coaching, and he takes that same approach to handling your car. So join Coach's team and give your car, truck, or boat the MVP treatment at Coach Wash, where our customers call the plays.
We're going to continue on with our football scrimmage news, and we're going to start with the Marble Falls Mustang football team, and that's because the Mustangs traveled to Wimberley to be one of 3 teams to face the Texans, and then of course they took on Kyle Lehman. We had a chance to talk to head coach Cord Warner about his team, and he said he couldn't have been happier with their effort. Marble Falls outscored Wimberley a couple of times, and then they were able to keep Lehman from scoring, so that tells Coach Warner that his Mustangs are learning all that they possibly can. They are continuing to build depth, and of course, the big thing is, are they going to be ready to go for week 1 when the Mustangs host San Marcos High? Now, Coach Warner did mention that right now there's very little separation between the two guys going for Zed Warner's backup quarterback role. That would be Carson Bowen and Jay Watson, and he said the big thing right now is the fact that both guys play a lot of defense for him, as well as they go in at receiver. So he is hoping to continue to develop that depth along with depth in the other positions. Marble Falls will be back in action against Fredericksburg starting at 6:30 on Thursday. Now, I did promise you another team that we'll be looking closely at is going to be the Faith Academy Flames. Of course, the Flames travel to Georgetown on Friday to take on Round Rock Christian. We did get a chance to talk to head coach Russ Roberts about his team. Here's what he had to say.
A lot of good hustle, a lot of good hitting. We were real ragged as far as our timing. I thought our knowledge of our offense was somewhat limited. We ran the plays, but our timing was off real bad. It was exactly what I expected. We put almost the entire playbook on, so they haven't had a lot of time to get a lot of reps in any one thing. So made a lot of mistakes, but athleticism pulled us through. We outscored them 5-1.
The Flames will be traveling to face Brownwood Christian in Cherokee on Thursday night. Roberts didn't know the time as of yet, but he thought it'd be right around 6 o'clock. Of course, you can always check on dailytrib.com, where we will have that information updated throughout the week. That's it for sports. I'm Jennifer Fierro. Connie, back to you.
Jennifer, thanks. Well, first Marble Falls, Burnet, Meadow Lakes, and Llano have taken steps to curb water use among their citizens because of the drought. Now add Cottonwood Shores to the list. The city is under Stage 1 voluntary water restrictions. Citizens are alternating watering days based on addresses, and officials are asking residents not to wash vehicles, outside surfaces, or fill up pools and other kinds of fountains to help conserve water. In Llano, we've even heard about the struggle to dig a couple of wells to help the city provide water. Now, as the Llano River water level continues to dwindle, one of the wells has run dry. Residents are making do. But what about the place where the green grass grows, typically on a football field? Llano High School officials have found themselves in a pickle lately, trying to maintain Llano Field during the drought. Where the rest of the city is under Stage 3 drought restrictions, city officials have made some concessions for the school district in an attempt to keep the kids playing on the gridiron. The fans don't seem to mind the contrast in dry, dead grass right off the field, while you can see some brown spots in areas on the field as well. Crews are working diligently to maintain the field, in part to keep the kids safer.
We're in a drought. I guarantee there's a lot of fields that don't look this good, unfortunately. But our maintenance department's working hard, and administrative, Mr. Hill and those guys are working hard to develop a plan, and for the kids, and so heck, this is good.
By the way, our video is from the Yellow Jacket game versus Sonora. You can check out the highlights on our YouTube page under the Yellow Jackets scrimmage link. So far, coaches anticipate all 5 of the Llano High School varsity home games will be played at Llano Stadium. We'll keep you posted. Those were your headlines. But stay tuned. Live music and a serene scene for a couple of fundraisers for kids coming up in the Picayune Roundup. Thanks for watching. For the Picayune TV, I'm Connie Swinney.
Hey everybody, I'm Amber Weems. You're watching the Picayune Roundup on Northland Channel 15. In this week's episode, we shoot, then we dance. Details coming up about the annual Rotary Skeet Shoot event. Also, an organization for kids combines music and a serene scene to raise money for kids. Those stories in a moment, but first. We capture these images of the first day of school for these little tykes at Faith Academy just east of Marble Falls. Although this week launches a school year for Faith, we still have a few days left for surrounding public school districts. Ready or not, parents, and I know that includes me, Burnet, Llano, and Marble Falls School starts on Monday, August 22nd. It's never too late to continue your education. Literacy Highland Lakes is gearing up for a number of classes in September. The nonprofit organization is offering free adult classes and tutoring in reading, GED preparation, and English as a second language. The group is accepting applications for volunteers. Call the number on your screen for more information. In our next feature, get your guns and your dancing shoes ready to raise money for a good cause. The 8th annual Marble Falls Daybreak Rotary Scoot, Shoot, and Barn Dance is Friday, August 19th and Saturday the 20th. The fundraising event is happening at Copperhead Creek Shooting Club in Hidden Falls Adventure Park. The event kicks off with a barn dance on Friday night featuring Eddie Shell and the Not Guilties. Tickets are $10 each. Competition begins at 9 a.m., bright and early Saturday morning. The money raised for the event will go to various charities including youth baseball and softball, the Hill Country 100 Club, and Project Graduation. Your entry ticket to the barn dance is also good for a chance to win a Taurus Judge revolver. The dance begins at 6 p.m. on Friday. In our next feature, more music and dancing, this time at River City Grill in Marble Falls, benefiting the Phoenix Center. Organizers are looking for table sponsors for their annual live music benefit concert for kids. All proceeds go to the therapeutic after-school program. Free services include mental health counseling as well as music, yoga, and art. This year's event will feature guitarist Monty Montgomery and teen fiddler Ruby Jane. The event is from 5 to 9 at the restaurant on October the 16th. Tickets are $25 per person. To find out about table sponsorships and tickets, you can go to the website on your screen. Well, folks, that was your roundup. And don't forget to grab your copy of the Picayune in recognition of the publication's 20th anniversary. We continue our Power of the Picayune series, highlighting partnerships. Proof positive the Picayune does good for the community. Thank you so much for watching. For the Picayune TV, I'm Amber Weems.